Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Bay Area Focus. I'm your host, Michelle Griego. We would love to hear some show ideas, so please go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/Bay Area Focus and comment to the page. Well, today we are going to hear from an Army vet who turned his life around to help his community, an organization speaking to the LGBTQ community, and representatives from San Francisco Playhouse. But up first, we have Amy Fairweather and John Prochnow from Swords to Plowshares. Thanks so much for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
All right, Swords to Plowshares, that's a mouthful. Tell me about the organization.
Well, the term actually comes from the Bible, which is they shall beat their swords into plowshares. So coming home from war, taking those tools and using them for living in society and in fact feeding people and making people at home. Although we're not a religious organization, it's just from the Bible.
Sure. That's where the name stems from. How long has it been around?
It's been around for 41 years, since 1974. Yeah.
And tell me about the organization and some of the work you do.
Well, we do everything from employment training. We have policy work, housing, both transitional and permanent housing, and
really, this is to help veterans, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we serve exclusively veterans. The housing, as you said, permanent housing, transitional supportive housing. We also have legal services to help veterans with their claims with the VA and their discharge status. We have employment training services, drop-in mental health. So it's really a wraparound model because no one has an issue in a vacuum. Someone might be homeless, but there's a lot of other stuff going on, and we have to address all the issues.
What is the need like in the Bay Area for veterans?
It's very, there's a lot of need. California has the most veterans in the country. Within California, the Bay Area is right behind Los Angeles and the San Diego, but we do have a very large population of homeless veterans.
I mean, if you look at the unit that I direct, which is Supportive Services for Veteran Families, this is a grant from the VA specifically for getting vets off the street in housing. We have the money to house them, but we don't have the housing to put them in, and that's the biggest challenge. And we are on target for, since the grant began, we are close to housing 2,000 veterans, and we still have probably another 2,000-3,000 more to go.
So you have grants. Do you do fundraisers and raise money that way too?
We do, yes. We have the grants from the VA and some grants from the Department of Labor. We definitely rely on the support of our local community, and anyone can go look at our website, Swords to Plowshares, and donate if you'd like to.
And we also have our annual Veterans Day dinner, which is our major fundraiser that we do for the community.
That'll be on November 7th.
Okay, good to know. Good to know there. We do have a video of some of the work the organization does.
As I transitioned out of the Navy, moved to San Francisco, where I quickly depleted what savings I had left. While I was looking for work, I found myself homeless.
In 1989, I became homeless. My wife kicked me out of the house. My children didn't want to see me anymore. The whole thing that happens to people that have, very severe substance abuse problems.
I mean, I was used to the discipline. I was used to getting up every morning at 4 or 5 o'clock, eating chow, going to hang out with my guys and getting some stuff done as far as the military. When I got back to the United States, all of that changed.
I was homeless and a lot of substance abuse and mental health issues, and I was inpatient at the VA hospital for 2 weeks.
I didn't want to ask for help. I didn't know how to ask for help. I was always the leader. I was used to everybody asking me to help them. So that wasn't something that normally came natural to me. So it kept me out there. It kept me.
It's always so shocking to hear when veterans have fought for our country and put their lives on the line, and then they come back, as that gentleman was saying, comes back to the U.S. and it's completely different, and they're not getting the information and the services they actually need.
That is one of the big challenges. There's lots of services for them, but how to find them, how to get them connected to them, that's one of the big challenges. And we've put a major emphasis on outreach. One of the gentlemen that was on that piece is one of our outreach people, and they've been doing a tremendous job reaching out into all the homeless encampments, here in San Francisco and in Alameda County as well.
Are a lot of vets not aware of some of the services available to them?
Absolutely. And I think particularly, you know, we have sort of two different populations of veterans. We have the aging veterans who have been chronically homeless for some time, and those present many challenges to house. And then the newer veterans, when they separate from the military, don't necessarily know where the services are, or in some cases won't seek out veteran-specific services. So, for example, women are much less likely to seek out veteran services, veteran women are, than are men. So people don't know where the services are. But there are some good services. It's always a challenge in San Francisco, but there are some really good services.
And you also help out veterans in the LGBTQ community as well, so it's very inclusive.
Yes.
Well, thanks so much for coming on the show and telling us all about it. And for more information about Swords to Plowshares, just log on to swords-to-plowshares.org. Again, that's swords-to-plowshares.org. Coming up, a U.S. Army vet making a difference in the Tenderloin community. We'll be right back.